In this video, I'm going to share with you 7 things that I wish I bought sooner in GTA 5 Online. Getting these 7 things has really changed my playing experience, which is why I want to share them with you today, and hopefully you guys could pick them up sooner than I did. So the first thing on the list is getting proper weapons. Now, I usually play GTA Online to make money and then purchase cool things in the game. I'm not much for combat, but the one thing that I really underestimated was how much good weapons can benefit you while doing missions and grinding out your money. Whether it be completing the setup missions for something like the Cayo Perico heist or doing the Dax missions where you have tons of combat, getting good weapons is so vital and so important. And for such a long time when I first started playing the game, I was using just simple things like a pistol or simple submachine guns. So with that being said, here are some great weapons that I picked up along the way. The first one is the Special Carbine. This is an incredible assault rifle and is very useful when taking out targets from a longer range, but it's not a range where you have to get out the sniper for. The next weapon is probably the most important one that I've ever picked up, and that is the Assault Shotgun in close range. This is so important because usually it only takes 1 to 2 shots to take out enemies, whereas if you're using something like a Special Carbine in short range, it will take quite a bit longer to take out any enemy that you face, unless you hit them with a headshot. And finally, the other weapons that I picked up were just really useful for certain types of missions. For example, getting the Heavy Sniper for the second leak in the Dr. Dre mission is really vital for taking out the helicopter if you don't have something like a Vigilante or the Railgun. So with that being said, getting the right weapons for the job is very important. But what else is very important is getting the right business locations. Now, each business in the game, for the most part, has multiple different locations that you can purchase from, and some are considerably better than others. And although the better locations are usually more expensive, I can promise you they will always save you on time and stress. A great example of this is when I went to go buy my nightclub. At first, I bought the nightclub at the very bottom of the map at Elysian Island, because it was 1 million compared to the few million that the nightclubs in the city were going for. But what I didn't realize at the time was how much more stressful and annoying it would be every time I did a sale mission from that location. Because I had to drive through the city and so far to get to my final destination, oftentimes I ran into issues when I tried to sell in a public lobby to get a money bonus. And it only took me a couple sales to realize how big of a problem that was. So I then ended up moving to a nightclub in the city so that the sell missions were a lot easier to do, and I could do them in a public session if I wanted. Another great example of this is the bunker business. At first, I bought the one up at Paleto Bay, and because of the location, I was only able to do a sell mission with 1 sell vehicle. But once I moved over to the farmhouse bunker closer to the city, I was able to do sell missions with up to 3 vehicles because I had more time simply due to proximity. That small change allowed me to make more money and be more efficient, and it's why I think getting the right locations for the right business is so important. Now, while business location is very important, so is efficiency with how we run it, which is why number 3 on the list is the Master Control Terminal. I was able to purchase this once I got an arcade, and what the Master Control Terminal does is it acts like a control center for many of your different businesses, with the most important ones being your MC businesses. Because the MC businesses aren't able to be set as your spawn location, it usually takes forever to go from one business to the next so that you could buy more supplies or to do sell missions. But with the Master Control Terminal, you could buy supplies from there, manage your business, purchase upgrades, do everything you need from one central location. Now, although I don't use this all the time, when MC businesses are on bonus money, this is a crucial thing to have because it saves so much time. Coming in at the number 4 spot is getting the Hakuchou Drag, the HSW motorcycle. And the reason why this one was so important to get, and I wish I got it sooner, was because it allowed me to do time trials, the regular time trial as well as the HSW time trial, with fair ease. Both of these time trials are a great way to make money weekly. The regular time trial pays out $100,000 and the HSW pays out $250K. And for the most part, I was really sleeping on the time trials leading up to the point of buying the Hakuchou Drag because I just didn't think they were worth the time. But once I got the motorcycle and saw how fast I could make that money, I've for the most part made sure to do these every single week, which has netted me millions of dollars. And on top of that, it acted like a gateway for me to do the other time trials like the RC Bandito time trial, as well as the newly added Junk Energy time trial, which are daily and pay out $50,000. And looking back, if I did this sooner, I'd have considerably more money, which is why I hope you guys are doing these every week. The fifth thing I wish I bought sooner is the auto shop. Now, the auto shop allows us to do the auto shop contracts, which are essentially mini heists. You have 2 setups plus a finale. There's 8 different total, and they pay out a few $100,000 each. Now, while they're a decent money method, the main reason why I ended up getting this business and why I wish I got it sooner was because it allowed me to play a wide variety of different missions that allowed me to enjoy the game more than I did previously. At the end of the day, this is a game that we're playing, and in reality, the auto shop acted like a gateway for me to try out many other businesses that may be interesting. They may not be the best way to make money, but they're at least fun to do and allows me to enjoy the game more. So if you're ever feeling bored with the money grind, I highly suggest trying out the auto shop first and then going from there. Number 6 on the list is the Kosatka Submarine. Yes, this is the best business in the entire game because it does give us access to the KO Perico heist, which is the best money method in the entire game. It pays out $1.3 to $1.5 million for about 45 to an hour and a half's worth of work. Now, to be fair to myself, I did buy the Kosatka Submarine fairly early on to my journey into Season 2 of Billionaire's Beginnings, but in Season 1 it took me a while to get, and even in Season 2 I did buy a few businesses before getting to the Kosatka Submarine. And looking back, I wish I got to it first because the Kosatka Submarine pays out so much money, and once you have that initial business, you could essentially go and buy anything else you want in the entire game. I believe it should be the first business to buy because it's the one that makes you the most money and allows you to expand your portfolio of businesses a lot faster and a lot sooner. But that also brings me to number 7, which is getting the Sparrow. The Sparrow is a helicopter you could purchase once you get the Kosatka Submarine, and it is stored in the back of the Kosatka Submarine. Now, for some time, I did a lot of KO Perico heists without the Sparrow, thinking that having the Sparrow in the back of the sub wouldn't save that much time. But I was really mistaken because once I bought the Sparrow, it cut down my KO Perico heist time for about an hour and 15 minutes to about 45 to 50 minutes on average. And with the amount of times I've done the KO Perico heist, it has saved me tons of time. To be frank, it saved me likely dozens of hours of time, and it's allowed me to make more money because I'm now more efficient with the time that I have. Which is why I believe that once you get the Kosatka Submarine as your first business and maybe a few businesses after that, go for the Sparrow next because it saves so much time, as well as it can be used for all of your missions. The Sparrow is a great helicopter, you can attach missiles to it, and it's very quick and nimble. So there's no way to really go wrong with it, and I highly suggest everyone gets one. Anyways, those are the 7 things that I really wish I bought sooner in the game. I hope making this list and this video helps you guys out as well. If you have anything else that you wish you bought sooner when you first started playing the game, leave those in the comment section down below. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.